feel my soul come alive. Memories flooding back. I climb the hills of Chikese. I see the walls of Chibu. I hear the roar of the lion. The lion in me. Roaming from the source of River Nile down to the falls of Lechazan. Oh, let me see Karamoja. Hear the sound of home Africa.
Tusimi ekubanga tuli ku TV emyenye gwanga amanya nedubozi Uthman Beka Sempebo kutusa ku program mulambuzi lunaku lw'omukaga essaawa ziba 2:30 ez'akawungezi mwe tukulambuliza eggwanga Uganda. Nga bwe nakusuubiza nti omwaka guno tugenda kubanga tutunulira ebintu bingi ebiri mu nsika y'ebyobulambuzi na biki ebikola obulambuzi mu ggwanga. N'olunaku olwaleero munange amakanda gaffe tugasimbye ate Pakwaki mu district ya Pakwaki wali Maction Falls National Park we tugenda okubanga tusinga amakanda gaffe lwakuba tugenda kubeera wabweru wa park okugezaako okubanga tumanya biki byosobola okubanga okola mu park eyo nawa wosobola okubanga ate owummulira osobola okukola activities ez'enjawulo. Munange ennaku olwaleero nate tuli ku kifo ekiwummulibwamu bannaffe abatambuze bw'oba wajogezeko ku Maction Falls National Park waliwo ebifo bingi byosobola okubanga ate owummuliramu weebaka n'okola n'ebintu ebyenjawulo bingi. Nako olwaleero nate bwe twagadde okusimba amakanda batubuulire bw'oba ovudde e Kampala bw'oba ovudde ekitundu kyonna kyonna ky'osobodde okubanga otambulira mu biki by'osobola okubanga ojja okola ate biki wa w'osobola okujja owummulire nate okole ebintu ebirala. Nako olwaleero tugambye nti tuli Pakwach ekifo bakiyita Nile Breeze mwe tugenda okubanga tusinziira lunaku olwaleero nate tugezeeko okumanya biki ebikolebwayo na biki byewandisa nnyo okubanga okola ng'oli mu kifo ekyo. Katwetoolemu katono katukomewo temuvaawo. Tukyali ffenna ku TV emyenye gwanga nange Beka okulambuza eggwanga Uganda nga bwe lufaanana ekkula lya Africa oba the Pearl of Africa mu lufuutifuuti. Kansubire nti ekifo otandise okubanga okiraba, kansubire nti otandise okubanga omanya ki kyetugenda okubanga ate tutunuulira. Munnange tugenda kubanga tuyita mu lufuutifuuti n'omunaffe yatukyazizza abeeko byatunyonnyola ebikwatagana ku kifo kino nga bwe kifaanana. Tumuwadde omukisa ebbanga ddene nnyo twagadde okujja tulabe nti bw'oba ogenze Maction Falls bintu ki biwandisa nnyo okubanga okola waawo wandisa nnyo okubanga osimba amakanda nate obeeko ebintu ebyenjawulo byogezako okubanga okola. N'olunaku olwaleero Nile Breeze yetukyazizza tugezeeko okumanya biki ebikolebwayo naki ky'osobola okubanga okola. Katugende tulabe manager kyatugamba na biki byasobola okubanga atubuulira ebikwatagana ku kifo kino na activities ki z'osaanye okubanga okola ng'oli mu kitundu ekya Maction oba epakwaki biki biwandibadde osaanye okubanga okola. Katukomewo temuvaawo.
My name is Alan Eunice. I work with Nile Breeze as the business development manager. Okay, basically Nile Breeze is it's an accommodation space, but we don't only do accommodation. We do other activities too, like sports fishing, and then we have boats that we do boat cruise, and then we have canoes that we use for team building when they are like over 200 people, and then they have activities that to keep them the whole day. So what we do is we have canoes that they can compete on, like you can divide yourself and then you compete, and then we have sports like as in football and all that, netball, volleyball. We do have the swimming pool. Actually, it's an Olympic-sized swimming pool, so that's also another part of the sports that we have here. We have a health club, and then we have a spa. So a spa parlor, I would say, like a massage parlor, or however best it's called. So like we have a lot that we do here. And then if you check our bar, it's like a moving bar, because we tend to have a lot of team. So what we do is, instead of saying I take this, me I take that, we bring the bar to where you're dining, because we do a lot of outdoor dining. So we bring the bar outside for you to choose what you want, and then you take it from there to make it easier for our guests. And then we have the pier, where actually we do breakfast or dinner at the pier. The pier is actually on the Nile, so you have that experience of having your dinner or your, but lunch, no, I can't say lunch, because the sunside in here, it's really a lot. So like yeah, but we are trying to see if how best we can do it to make people also have lunch at the pier too, because it's a feeling that you don't get anywhere when you're in Maction. It's only at Nile Breeze Bamboo Lodge. Yeah, and then when you come to the side of accommodation, this is a safari destination. Our rooms are having ACs, like all the cottages have ACs. You know that feeling of having AC in a hut, like a grass touch. So it's like an experience that everyone would really want to try out and see how is that possible? Because oftentimes AC, it's you when you see AC, you think of iron sheets, but this time it's twisted the other way around. And then in our cottages, I would say they are all in different design. Like you may go to, all our cottages are named actually using the animal names. We have zebra, lion, and stuff like. But if you go to zebra, it's a whole different cottage. And then when you go to lion, it's different. So they all have different themes. And then we oftentimes, what we do is we give our clients to know, like they have to know where they're going to sleep before actually the event comes, so that they choose, oh, okay, fine, I don't want to be in zebra because of this, I want to be in lion, or maybe I want to be in cat. So that is what we do basically. Yeah. When you're coming to Nile Breeze, there are two ways. So one is through Masindi, that is Masindi, and then Maction Falls on Tangi Gate, 10 minutes to Nile Breeze. And then the other way is through Karuma. Karuma, still you branch off coming to Maction Falls, as if you're proceeding to Tangi Gate, 10 minutes. So we have signposts that says that this is Nile Breeze, you branch off from here, and you're left with 2 minutes, or maybe you're left with 10 minutes to reach Nile Breeze Bamboo Lodge. We have 17 cottages in total, and then we have also tents and all that. But we have, of the 17, we have 2 family cottages. One accommodates like 5 to 7. So that there's no self-catering, but the other family cottage, it accommodates like from 8 to 10. So that one is self-catering. It has a kitchen, it has a lounge, like it's self-contained, whereby you can say, no, I need a private chef, I don't need the chef from down. So we also organize for a private chef for that specific cottage. Or sometimes clients tend to say, no, we can do it ourselves. So it's set in a way that you have a home in the park, that you can do your own stuff. Yeah. We do breakfast at Top of Falls. That is an activity that we do as Nile Breeze Bamboo Lodge. And then we do game drive both on land and on water. So like actually when you're doing water game drive, like most times we tend to do it like at 2, because 2 is the time that animals come, leave wherever they have been the whole time. Then they tend to move towards the river to drink and all that. And then we also do morning, I'll say morning, evening, whatever time, but we do game drives both on land and on water. Those are like some basic activities that we do that is off the facility. And then also a boat at Para, that goes to the, because the boats from here at the facility, we take them to the southern bank, they go to the delta, but the one that we place at Para, it goes to the bottom of falls. So you have options to either go to the bottom of falls or you go to the delta. In our bar, we have all sort of drinks. That's why when I was moving on, I told you that we actually make it a moving bar. We don't want it to be a bar that is just going to be there. You have to place an order, they come to take your order from here or what. So we move to where you're seated, and then we set a bar, a mini bar out of the main bar, and then our bar is set in a way that it has a rooftop. So in the rooftop, in the rooftop of our bar we do dining. So it's like it can be like, that's why I told you, like most of the times we do out dining. So in our restaurant, it's like it has a story to tell. If you check the furnitures, the drawings on the furnitures, it all has a story. It has the animals, what they do, their behavior, so that when you check in and then you're at the restaurant, the first thing you see is the table that is having like what each of these animals, actually their lifestyle, how best to know about maybe if you want to know about a lion, you sit on a table, you see it's like there's a picture of a lion, and then all these things about a lion. And if you check, we have the trees that are in the cottage, like in the restaurant. Actually, that is a acacia tree, because here we are like tenants. This place was originally, it's a park, so it's for animals. So elephants used to come here and all that. So they love acacia so much they could actually scrub their back and stuff like. That's why we have the trees there. We refuse to remove them. It has a story. So our restaurant is set in a way that you feel like you are in the wild while you're eating. That when we're talking about restaurant, menu comes in, right? So for us, what we do, it's like a set menu. It's not like we have a menu that is placed on space, like you come and then no, we don't do that. That's why I told you we keep in touch. The moment you reserve with us, you've booked with Nile Breeze Bamboo Lodge, what we do is we keep in touch with you from that very time until when you check in, until when you check out. So still, we also want to know how you're doing when you reach out, when you're coming back to check on us and all that. So what we do is, because I remember, I can give you an example. When you guys were coming, I sent for you a menu ahead before you reached. So that is what we do. You give us your orders and then we prepare. That time, the moment you place your order, is the time we also start preparing. So we have, I would say, we have also, it's no, okay, in African, like how we eat food, it's breakfast, lunch and dinner. But for us, our breakfast starts at 5 a.m. That is like sometimes even it's like at 4, but it depends on what a client wants, because they want to go for a game drive at 5:30. So by 5 they want their breakfast ready, either to pack their breakfast or to have it here so that they go for their game drive. And then up to 9 a.m. we stop breakfast, but we don't also stop there, because we have guests that will say no, we don't do early breakfast, we prefer it at this time. So that's the time we give them. And then if you check our lunch, we start lunch from noon, because people tend to go for boat cruise. So that is like most times at 2. So they want to sometimes go with their lunch packed, sometimes they want to have it from here. So it starts from 2, like from midday up to 2. Then our dinner starts from actually 7 p.m. so up to like 10. Then we have bonfire, which is like from 7 p.m. up to until late. So it's like at will, maybe, like this is where the story of Jipira and Labong actually starts from. So in the bonfire, you have the chance of talking about the story, to know the story of Jipira and Labong. And then when we welcome guests, we have traditional dances, so that normal welcome in our guests, and then they keep with the guests and until when they are done. So they also tell the guests the story of the Jipira and Labong, how the two neighbors, because if you see across the other side, that they say that those are people of Jipir, and then this side, so for us with Labongo sections, like they tell you how they used to live, because their homes are just across there, and that's where they also divided from. So it's like getting like informing the guests or telling the guests what we do here, and they also get to know the community that they are coming into. We have tents, and then our tents are actually to the river. So you're in a tent, you're having the perfect view, you have the river, like generally it's just the river view. So yeah, we have tents, and then we have, and then we also give ground for people to do what, camping on. Nile Breeze is for everyone, I'll say, because we have domestic tourists that come, and then we have international tourists. So the clients that checked out early in the morning at 6 because they had a game drive, they're actually from Gulu. So it's not like saying no, Nile Breeze is for a specific race. No, yeah, it's there for everyone. Our rates, they are flat. Yeah, we don't have a rate that says this is Ugandan, this is East African, like East African, then non-residents and stuff. Like, no, we don't. Our rate is flat. So it's if a Ugandan is paying maybe let's take $100, like the other person, the non-resident or the resident, the foreign resident, is also paying what, $100, because at the end of the day, it's all the same service, it's all the same smile, it's all the same things. So we don't really like segregate, saying like this, that. No, we don't. Our rooms start from 250. Okay. Being the business development manager, I think there are a lot of problems, but personally, I'm a person who doesn't believe in negativity, wherever like it comes, because you have a kid, like maybe a client will come and say, no, let me give an example. A client says we want breakfast at 7. So 7, everything is set. So they come like at 8. So when they come at 8, like you cannot go to their room and you wake them up and stuff like. So when you go at 8, when they come at 8, they say, "Where's breakfast?" Okay, yet you'd set everything, and then you know that so things are getting cold. So you're like, okay, fine, excuse me, give me like 2 minutes, let me go and warm. So they get pissed, like, you can't do that, like they raise their voice. But me as a person, I think I have a contagious smile, so I just smile and I excuse myself. But if I say 2 minutes, then 2 minutes you get what I've promised. So I don't see them like a lot of challenges, but the only challenge that we're having as Nile Breeze is, I would say, is when people come, they see the services and they feel like, oh wow, this is the place. But why can't you guys do more? Why can't you market? Why are you not seen? Why are you so that is the only challenge we have, because we are trying, but that doesn't mean that we are stopping there. We're still moving more. That's why we keep receiving people like you that do like this type of like a suit, getting to know about the space, going to post, then yeah, people get to know more about us. But it's not where we're stopping, it's not where we're limiting ourselves. We're still moving. We'll reach to that last person who needs to know about Nile breeze bambology. You know, animals, they're like humans. When you disturb them, it's when they attack. Like when they come and you don't do anything, they are okay. Have animals come, they move at the pool, what, like, because you know we're at the river. I don't know, when you came you saw baboons, yeah, like everywhere, but they are not harmful. They only become harmful like when you, like to a person, they become harmful when you go to them. But then, you know, baboons, they are so playful. So they love to go up the roof and then they slide down, you know, like just looking for things to entertain them and stuff like. So what we do is we normally scare them off. That is for baboons. And then if you take the hippos, when they come, like for them, more oftentimes they come out at night. Like for them, they're grazing. So the only thing we do is we tell our clients, you cannot swim from this time to this time, because we know that their safety is first, and then this is the time the animals come out to graze. Then if you take things like elephant, maybe they are irritated from elsewhere and it's coming with that force. The only thing it is, because there's no one here to irritate, decides like it takes the anger on a tree. Yeah, so it breaks the tree, or maybe like it breaks like a branch, or it starts scratching its body on the tree, but not on a human being. So like it's actually also a form of like they help us in selling that facility, you know. Like someone comes and they have moved and they have not seen an elephant, and then they reach out, the first thing is they see an elephant, they'll be like, wow. So like, yeah, we like, it's not a challenge. I wouldn't say it's a challenge, because it's like depending on each other, kind of like an ecosystem. Yeah.
And run to the heels of Masaba. A dance with the surely on the other side. In a sound of hope. Yeah.
Mubadde balabe balungi kuva gye twatandikidde. Kansubire nti ekifo kirabye, kansubire nti otegedde bibagezezzaako kubanga abatunyonnyola ebifo nga bino mu ggwanga mwebiri, kiri eri ggwe kumanya kiki oyagala, nawe wosobodde genda kubanga okolera emirimu gyo egy'enjawulo, na biki by'osobodde okubanga okola. Bannaffe abakola game drive, bannaffe abakyalira amakuumiro g'ebisolo, ebifo nga bino temusanye kubanga ate mubibuusa amaaso, because bituwa oba bitumbula ebyobulambuzi mu ggwanga ne bigezaako okuba nti bamanyisa eggwanga Uganda nga bwe lifaanana. Naye breeze bwetu bwebadde, kansubire nti ogitegedde, kansubire nti ate naawe ojja kufuna omukisa ogumu oba ebiri ogezeeko okubanga ojja mu naye breeze, obeere nga ate olambula eggwanga Uganda. Bingi batusomeseza, bingi batugambye balina okuviirira ku game drive Maction Falls, okugenda ku top of the falls, okola boat cruise, okola buli emizannyo egy'enjawulo, okuwuga. No, naffe ne ba companies ezimu batugambye nti baleeta wano abantu bakola team building, naye nga kino kyonna olina kugezaako okukola kukakkanya bwongo bw'abantu, kubajja mu atmosphere emu, okubateeka mu ndala, kugezaako kubanga babudaabuda. Bingi bisitagenda kubanga nziramu, kansubire nti byonna obitegedde. Nange njagala okubanga nkwerekereza olunaku olwaleero, ate nkwagalize weekend ennungi. Nabagamba nti kuno omwaka tujja kubanga tukwata ku buli sector yonna ekola ebyobulambuzi, tugezeeko okubanga ate tutumbula ebyobulambuzi mu ggwanga. Namwe abagala okubanga mulambula eggwanga Uganda, tekibagana kubanga ate namwe mubaako ebyenjawulo, mutukubira ku simu yaffe ne mutubuuza bye mwagala okubanga mulaba, ate nate tugezeeko okubanga tubibaleetera. Mu ddiro gyo twasalawo kubala kubanga tubalambuza, twasalawo okubanga tubalambuza mu madiro gammwe, nate tubaleetere eggwanga Uganda nga bwe lifaanana, ne tukwagaliza ate nawe ebeere ng'olambula eggwanga Uganda. Sigenda kubanga nsingako olunaku olwaliro, bannaffe balaba Star TV emunyenye eggwanga, Nasimu, Flower, Muzeeyi Mutale n'abalala mwena mwena mukola kyamaanyi okubanga mulaba Star TV eminene eggwanga. Mugyekomereko bingi ebigenda okubanga mulaba. Nange Beka Sempebwa musule bulungi mweraba.